What's going on, man? Hopefully this is live. Yeah, it's live. I was sitting here and I thought, man, I'm getting ready to jump online real quick, do a quick live vlog, see what's good. And what's going on, TJ? I see some people popping in. What's going on, man? Just a quick live Q&A. And it was late, man. I was like, man, I'm getting ready to jump on. Oh, Cafe. What's going on, Cafe? I ain't seen you in a minute, man. It was quick late night little YouTube vlog, man. You know, it's like 10:45. I was sitting here using the HTC U Ultra, and I didn't do a live video this week for you guys, so my bad. I just got a lot of stuff going on. I've been trying to take care of a lot of business outside of YouTube, but decided to jump online real quick and do a quick little Q&A, live Q&A for people that had questions, and do it like that. You got to get a different window open here for my chat. Yeah, so I can see the chat. Yeah, no problem, man. ASDF, not a problem. 619, I see you. What's good, man? Yeah, I'm using the iPad. If you see like the vertical, whatever, I could switch it, I guess, right? But I don't know how it's gonna orientate. Nope, it says rotate back. What's going on, man? Yeah, I just took my iPad and sat it up straight. You know what I'm saying? Just real quick. I can see the little bars. OTech, man, what happened to the community? Like, the what happened to the community, man? I haven't seen nothing going on in the community. It's like complete silence. You shut it down or what? You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, man, my bad. I'm using that. What's going on, D-Love? I just threw the iPad up and I just sat it up on this little stand. You know me. I don't care. I just I was like, yo, what's going on, LaShawn? I see you, bro. Yeah, I was like, what's the deal, man? Cliff, what's going on, man? I saw the what's going on, man? KG Bucks 5, Arizona. Now I saw the community. I was like, what is going on? I hit up with Sean. I was like, yo, what's the deal? Then I hit you up too, man. I was like, what's the deal, man? What's up with the community? It's like super quiet. Everybody just gave up on it, I guess, all of a sudden. What's going on, man? Everybody that's joining up. I just wanted to do a quick, you know, just hang with y'all for a little bit before I turn it in. Do a quick, you know, quick little stream. Man. LaShawn, what's going on? Everybody got new phones. Briss Waldez says, why is the Samsung Galaxy Note Edge 7 being spied from the government? I have no clue, bro. I don't even know what you're talking about. When is the U Play releasing? I think the U Play is like the UK or something. I don't even know if that's like a phone that's gonna be released to the public. Not to the public, I mean to the US. I don't know. Sorry for the bumpy cam. You know, I'm the only one who can do bumpy cam. Live on streams, we do having the bumpy cam and stuff. ZTZ Max Pro posted my just got in the mail today. I'm going to start my YouTube channel in a couple months. TJ, that's what's up, man. Start it up, dude. Start it up. Let me see what happens if I rotate the screen. I just looked at it and I was like sideways or something. I'm looking at the device and it says rotate lock. I'm sideways now. It says rotate lock. I wonder how to turn this off. I don't know how to do it, but I'll just leave it like this for now. Man, so yeah, man, I wanted to throw up a quick video for Q&A for the HTC U Ultra. For some people that wanted to ask some questions. Hey, there's Grant. What's going on, man? So people ask some questions about, you know, the device before I start doing like some detailed. What's going on, Deborah? Hey, some detailed stuff on it. You know what I'm saying? Before I dig in later on. I haven't done a live stream. So the first question is, how's the camera? From Kartik R. Sudhair. Cameras are actually really good. I'm doing my testing phase right now, so I haven't put up any official videos yet. But I can tell you, I had already used the cameras when I was at the HTC event, and it was really good, man. The cameras on this joint is pretty solid. I think the S7 has definitely got a match for it in low light. Grant just put up some Grant just put up, shout out to Grant, he just put up some low light videos. And I got some low light videos too. You probably wouldn't even think I was in a low light though. It's so bright, you know, it's doing really good, you know. But camera is really good. Next question, it says, how's the battery life? This is from Big Papa 38K. Battery life actually surprised me. A lot of people think that this battery is going to be really bad because it's a 3,000 milliamp hour battery with a Quad HD display. But I've actually managed to get 5.5 hours and 18.5 hours on charge. And I took some screenshots. I'll release them now on this live stream since you guys are here first. I was saving this for my first hands-on or whatever, like my after the hype, but I'll give you guys a first look right now. 18.5. Okay, so I don't know how well you'll be able to see this, but I got 18 hours and 29 minutes and like 53 seconds, and then I got 5 hours and 21 minutes, and I still had about what, 5% left or something. I had 5% left. So battery life on here is actually really good. I'm surprised that it's that good, and I'm happy that it's that good. I'm pretty excited about the battery life. Let's look for another question. V20 second screen versus HTC second screen. The HTC second screen, I would like to have seen to be able to put my name up there, but to offset that, I actually like keeping my contact. I have some quick contacts up there, like wife, daughter, you know, sisters, brothers, and just people up there. And I actually like that. You know, I like having the music up there. It's pretty much functions the same. The applications I have up there, like one of my banks, FedEx, UPS, the Bible. But I've found myself just leaving it on the contacts because when you click on a contact, you have the ability to message them or call them right there. So that's pretty sweet. So I've really been enjoying that. But the second screen functions just like the V20. You know, it's cool. Grant said if I got 5, he'll get 3. He's absolutely right. For some reason, when I get like 8 hours, Grant gets 5. Or when I get like 10 hours, Grant gets 7. So, and it's pretty accurate too. I don't know how that is, but you know, basically managed to offset my screen on time by a couple of hours. It's pretty crazy. But the second screen is, I would have liked to have been able to put my name up there, but I've actually been using the second screen. On the V20, I didn't even use the second screen, and I don't really use it on here too much. But I found myself with the contacts up there, I've been using it more. So it's, you know, it's kind of gimmicky, but you know, what do you do? It's there, so you can't turn it off. But when you have the screen locked, it gets your icons and stuff. It's pretty cool. When the screen is locked, it shows your status up there. It shows a bunch of different things in the top part of the screen. Let me see, look for another question. Hey, Big John Tech Reviews. What's going on, man? Do they have their own UI again like the old times? I have Google Assistant on mine. Google Assistant on mine came right out of the box, you know. So I don't know. It popped up from, like, as soon as I powered the phone on, you long press and you get Google Assistant, and it was there on mine. So the sound quality, it has boom sound. It has dual speakers. It has a bottom firing speaker, and then it has the front speaker on the top up there, which is a speaker. So that's cool. So boom sound is actually really loud on here. It's actually pretty good. I will be doing a sound test with it against what other phone? The Axon 7, of course. You know, OTEC, man. I already told OTEC what was up. I already told him he should have ordered one. You know, you should just order one. If you don't want to pay the $750 plus taxes, just order one from eBay. They're down to like $659 right now, shipped, any color. Even the pink ones are on the unicorn is on there. How does it compare to the iPhone 7 speakers? I like these speakers a little bit better than the iPhone 7, but I definitely like the Axon 7 the best. The Axon 7 has just some of the best sounding speakers on a smartphone. To me, that's just my personal opinion. You know, I think it's got some of the best speakers. The Axon 7 just blows a lot of speakers away. eBay's not gonna burn you, dude. You crazy. eBay's not gonna burn you, man. I try to limit myself on eBay purchases, but for a phone like this is a hot item. You know, you're covered under the buyer's remorse period. You know how many people bought their phones their HTC U Ultras from eBay. A lot of people did, and it's just gotta take a chance. You spend a lot of money on them other phones, dude. You could have jumped out. You could have had one of these already. You can get it any color you want. How's the camera quality in comparison to the Honor 8? It's worlds ahead of the Honor 8 as far as I see it. The Honor 8 camera was good, but it's not touching this right here. No way. Yeah, a lot of people don't have LaShawn is crazy, man. Hey y'all, everybody give LaShawn a thumbs up. We need him around, man. Dude, he keep me on my game, man. He's crazy. He has me laughing all the time, man. But I wouldn't compare this phone. I mean, you can compare it to the Honor 8, but the quality is not the same to me. The S7 Edge and the S7, yes, I think this phone is definitely. You'll see a video up. I'll have a video up on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do a video on. It's coming. Yeah, the video, Calvin and other people who asked for the S7 Edge battle with this, it's coming. I think you're gonna be surprised at how well this phone is, man. Yeah, the S7 is my go-to camera, and I've been using it to record a lot of my YouTube footage. Not because I decided to do that instead of doing a DSLR. I just didn't find the need to do a DSLR. I have so many smartphones that cost as much as a DSLR. I was like, I'm getting ready to use it. If I want to shoot in 4K, I can shoot in 4K. I don't have to. And a lot of DSLRs don't shoot in 4K. A DSLR that shoots in 4K is expensive. And I think for those that own a camera, I actually own a real camera. I own a real Samsung camera. And a DSLR is expensive. You will not believe this is the front camera on the iPad Pro. I just was, I was sitting here watching a movie and my wife went upstairs. I was like, man, I'm gonna do a live stream. I haven't done a live stream in over a week, and so this stream is being done with the front camera of the iPad Pro. I don't have no kickstand. I got it sitting up on my stand for where I put my drinks for coffee and tea and stuff, and I turned it sideways. That's why you got the black bars, and I stood it up tall, and I have a flip out case, and it's just sitting there like that. Honestly. The G6, I've already got accessories and stuff for the G6. It's coming. Let me see here. I'm looking for some more questions on the Honor. On the HTC U Ultra. Any more questions, man? Just post them in and I'll answer them. But we can talk about whatever. But if you have questions about this phone, just post them in there. BlackBerry's releasing another device. I saw that too. I already wrote it on my website. Hit my website up, guys. If you didn't know I launched a website, I officially launched smartphoneconversations.com. I decided to go ahead and just buy the domain and just get it going. And my wife brought me a stand. She brought me this kickstand. Oh, babe, that's not gonna work. It's gotta go forward some. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, let me take it out of this case and put it on there. I guess she saw me with this thing propped up like this and brought me a stand. Oh, this is a cool stand too. Now I got my kickstand on. I'm confiscating this kickstand. Let me go back and see audio DAC compared to the LG V20. When you plug in with this phone, it's actually really, really solid. And people who have this phone already, they can tell you that when you're using the USB Type-C headphones that come with this phone, it is good. Period. It's hands down. You won't be disappointed with the audio quality that comes out of here. So yeah. A lot of people, I guess, Calvin, a lot of people are comparing this to the V20, but the V20 is good. It's a good phone, but you're not going to get like this superior quality over the V20. You're going to get a good experience. Basically what I'm saying is, you're not going to be able to tell like this. Sometimes you can tell a lot of difference right away, but a lot of cases you can't tell the difference. And it's just, you don't have high expectations of thinking that this phone is going to blow away other phones, if you will, but it's going to be impressive. And so I try to set realistic expectations when I'm telling people about stuff. So the Mate 9, the Mate 9's build quality is probably a little bit better than this because it's a metal body. But other than that, I like this build quality. Now, Robert, if I turn it this way, since I started the stream with the iPad up like this, this is the way it has to stay. When I turn it to the side, it says rotation lock. I don't know why it does that, but Don't make me lie to you. I don't know why it says rotation lock. So anyway, it's just a quick stream, to throw up and do something. Let me look for some more questions. Double tap to wake. Double tap to wake. Yes, double tap to wake is an option. I use it all the time. That's for G74. The Ultra does have double tap to wake, and it's really nice. People are talking about things not having a headphone jack. I don't know why people are harping on that. You have to move on. Motorola released their phone with no headphone jack, and nobody really complained at all. Everybody was just acting like they didn't even notice. And then when the iPhone released theirs, no headphone jack, everybody went crazy. Like, what? Not having a headphone jack is not a big deal. I mean, it's like USB Type-C. When they released USB Type-C, everybody complained about that, but you just got to get used to it. Hey, everybody that's just joining. Can memory card be set as internal storage? I'll test that one for you. I haven't done it yet. And this screen bleed thing. Shout out to Jeff Springer and My Project 13 and whoever else. We were talking about it last night on Twitter. Screen bleed that's a personal thing. Shout out to ASDF. Appreciate the donation. Screen bleed is a personal thing. That's it. Screen bleed is a personal thing. I don't see screen bleed on my phone. I mean, I was discussing it yesterday with Jeff Springer and My Project 13. They are people who notice screen bleed, and it frustrates them. With me, I don't even see it, man. I don't even notice it until people speak of it, and that's what I told them last night. Can you type on the U Ultra with one hand? Yes, you can. I can because I got big hands, and I don't think the phone is that big. I don't think it's that big. Personally, I don't think it's that big. Yeah, so Grant is saying that if you have some expensive headphones, which I do have some headphones, you want to plug those in, just get an adapter. The fact that they didn't include one, here's my thinking of that. The reason that they probably didn't include one is because they don't want you to use it. They want you to get the sound from the USB Type-C headphone port, which it does sound better than a regular 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. There's no getting around it. It sounds completely different and it sounds better. For those that are using USB Type-C headphones, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So DLNA, DL, whatever one it is, CDLA technology is fantastic. The sound quality is amazing. Now, I actually have a different set of headphones that are USB Type-C, and I'm going to test them out. So I'll test them on this phone right here. But I just think as far as, it would have been nice if they would have put an adapter in there. But, hey, I'm sure there are going to be some third-party people who make an adapter that's going to be compatible. So, looking for some more questions. I'm excited about the phone. Leaving out the 3.5 millimeter jack, that makes the company want to make more USB Type-C headphones. Yeah, it's about money. They're going to definitely make some money off of you. What do you think about the HTC U? Is it worth $850 or just wait for the Galaxy S8? There is no Galaxy S8. Shout out to John Deere for his question. There is no Galaxy S8 that we can purchase yet, and we don't know how much the Galaxy S8 is. I think when you start talking about worth, I've answered this a million times. Your pockets may be deeper than mine, or my pockets may be deeper than yours. My preferences are definitely different than yours. So you have to consider worth on when you buy something, Because I used to say that, what phone was it? I forgot what phone it was where I said it just wasn't worth it. But then when I got it in hand, I was like, wow, this is nice. This is worth it. But remember, your preferences and how you use your phone is going to be on you. Only you know what you think something is worth something. So that question is kind of hard to answer. Like when people say, and look, somebody just posted it in there. They put S7 Edge or U Ultra. Those are two different kinds of phones, and you're going to have to use them both to try to figure out which one you like. So when you ask a person who does reviews if something is worth something, My opinion is, let me go back and read Grant's question. Include this to the phones, whether that can be drive. Okay. My opinion on when a person asks me is something worth something, it's very difficult to answer because I like the Sony Xperia X8 Ultra, and I think that's a great phone. Plenty of people said it's not good. I think it's fantastic, and I think it's totally worth the money. A phone like the Moto G4, just random phones, the Moto G4 opposed to the Moto G4 Plus, I picked the Moto G4. I don't need to pay extra money just because it has a fingerprint reader. Let me go back and look for some more. Yeah, shout out to Cliff. When my first video on this phone, I was like, who is their target audience? Who is their target? Who are they targeting with this phone? But that was like non-tech reviewer talk right there. As a reviewer, I never said. Some people kind of took that video and ran with it and said, "Oh, you're a hypocrite." I was like, whatever. You can say I'm a hypocrite. If you notice my pattern, I say that about I'm gonna say something about every phone that comes out. The price is always the most important part because as a consumer, which I am a consumer just like you, okay, I review phones, but I don't have review units and stuff like that. I'm fortunate enough to get some phones and stuff for free, but overall, I pretty much buy everything on the channel. And you have to I just feel like when you talk about worth, if something better than this and better than that, you're gonna have to figure out whether you think it's worth it or not. Because in my first video, I think people kind of ran with that when I made it on this phone. Those are just conversation videos. I think people don't understand what I'm doing when I make a conversation video. I'll just say discussion. You know what I'm saying? I'll just put discussion at the beginning, and then I'll just talk and give some views on it. And people still say, man, you said it was this and you said it was that. Now you're saying it's this. It's just a discussion. So anytime you don't have something, which I never knew that I would have this phone in hand, but when you don't have something, it's easy to speak on it and say whether you think it's good or not. But discussion videos are just discussion videos. That's where I leave them. And Cliff is right. Before I got this phone in hand and before I went to the event and saw it, I was like, who is their target audience, Because the reason I said that is because it's unlocked and it's being sold directly from them and no carriers are going to pick this up at the moment. And so $750 is a difficult thing to push for the average consumer because the average consumer doesn't want to spend, they don't want to spend, they don't want to spend, I guess my wife is taking care of, they don't want to spend that kind of money up front. They just want to get something that's a couple $100 and keep it moving, But the Galaxy S8, I don't know if it's gonna cost $1,000, But if it does, what are you gonna do? Especially if you're a tech reviewer, you're probably gonna pick it up unless you have a free unit coming to you. And I don't have a free S8. Samsung has never sent me any of their phones, ever. So if they were to send me a phone, I will be announcing that to the whole world. Samsung sent me a Galaxy S8. And mind you, I've already reached out to their PR team, so I try. I'm not just sitting around, but, if Samsung were to reach out to me and send me a review unit, I would jump all over it, I would jump all over it, but they're probably not gonna do it, They're not gonna do it. So I'm gonna I can't believe it. I know, you know what, Grant? I don't understand it either. LG sent me all of their phones, and then all of a sudden when the G5 came out, I was talking to somebody else offline, and they were like, "What did they tell you why they didn't send you?" I was like, "No, I didn't ask either because I'm appreciative. I'm not gonna hit them up and complain. Why didn't y'all send me a review unit?" No. I was fortunate enough to get the review units that I got. I appreciate it, and that was the end of that, and I was happy about it, It didn't. I don't know. I've already reached out to LG's PR team, just so you know. I know. I saw that, Grant. They sent it to smaller YouTubers. I saw that too. But I don't think numbers. One thing that differentiates my channel from other channels is I don't do all the fancy camera pannings. I don't do a lot of voiceovers, and I don't read the scripts you've seen it. We all know what those videos look like. It's them showing the device and they're panning all these different angles and they're talking. This is LG's latest flagship, the LG G6. It has a 5.7 inch in its small body. I don't do that, man. I just don't do it, man. That's not my style. So maybe that's why I can't get a review unit anymore. I don't know, man. It's cool though, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just, because other people are gonna watch those videos, and I'm happy that they're watching them. I'm cool with it, but that's not my style of video. I don't do the panning and all that stuff. I'm just gonna keep it real. The good part about not getting review units is that you get to say what you want to say, do what you want to do, and the OEMs can't tell you what to do. But I've had OEMs that used to, and I won't say who they are. There was an OEM that used to send me phones. It's not LG. There was an OEM that used to send me phones, and they basically got mad because I did a review of one of their products, and and they didn't like it, and they basically told me not to publish it. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna not publish it because you don't like my review. The products that you're pushing out, like you want $240 for this phone, and there's other phones that cost less that are better, and they got upset about that. So they didn't send me no more review units, and I put the video out anyway. So I wasn't gonna be mad at them for that. I just felt like it's kind of crazy that they want me to be a puppet, and it's not gonna happen. BlackBerry tried to get me. I actually reached out to BlackBerry's PR team. Once you become a reviewer, anybody can get an email to a PR team. You guys can Google the emails of the PR teams of any OEM you want to Google it, and you can send them an email. Whether you get a review unit or not, or whether they respond to you, that remains to be seen. Who knows? But if BlackBerry were to send me a Key 1, I'd be happy. If LG were to send me a G6, I would be happy. If Motorola was to send me the G5 Plus, which that camera is definitely one that I'm going to be testing because it's a 12 megapixel 1.7 aperture. I'm ready to put that against the S7 and this phone right here. Those are the G5 Plus. People are like, well, why are you excited about that? I'm like, I'm excited about it because it has a fantastic camera. That's going to be a good camera. But yeah, you're right. G74. I just don't believe in just, I don't know. I'm not gonna be told what to do, I guess. How's the display on the U Ultra? The display on here is actually pretty solid. It's a Quad HD, and it's really solid, man. It's really good. It's a beautiful display. I just don't have any problems with it at this point. The light bleed thing, like I was saying before, that's about preference. Some people see light bleed. Some people don't. I don't see light bleed as an issue. Now, the question right there that was just posted, LCD still better than OLED. That's a preference. I prefer AMOLED displays, and in particular, I prefer a Super AMOLED display. But this display on this phone is actually really good. You might have said the screen size. I missed it. It's a 5.7 inch display on the Ultra, and then it has a secondary 1.2 inch display. So it's basically a 5.9 inch, but it's cut off because the camera's on the left side. But pretty much, it could have been a 6-inch smartphone if they would have not did the secondary display. Yeah. Yeah, but when it comes to reviews and stuff, man, you just kind of gotta. You gotta take what we say, and I say we because I do reviews. Don't take everything I say to personal or to heart, man, and don't follow everything I do. Do it yourself and find out what you like in a smartphone, and you go for it. Anyway, man, I launched smartphone.com, smartphoneconversations.com. It's official, man. I started that up. You got to pay to play. So I bought the domain and kicked it off. So hopefully you guys are checking out smartphoneconversations.com. There's also a podcast every Tuesday. I've decided to start posting my podcast on my YouTube channel until people really start to follow the podcast separately, because I made the podcast because a lot of people can't watch videos all day and they're at work, and it's easy to put a podcast in and listen for 15 minutes and then go on about your day. So you'll see those links going up on Twitter for the podcast. Every Tuesday there's a podcast. So I'm going to try to keep that going as long as I can. because I like doing a podcast. The podcast is pretty fun. Is it smoother than the Pixel, J Dub? I don't think no phone is smoother than the Pixel. Cafe, shout out to Cafe, man. The Pixel is, it's the Pixel to me. I've already said it. The Pixel is definitely one of the. If you want a pure Android experience, you gotta get a Pixel first. You gotta get a Pixel, and then you'll be able to gauge it against any smartphone. And I don't know of a smartphone right now, in my experience of use, that has been better than the Pixel as far as software fluidity, experience, everything. And I put the Pixel launcher on this one right here. I decided to go ahead and put the Pixel launcher on here just to test it out for 24 hours. And, the Pixel launcher makes this phone really, really smooth. It does. It makes it real smooth. So the Mate 9 is pretty smooth too, but the Mate 9 is not touching the Pixel, man. It's not happening. No, the Pixel is one of the smoothest phones to date for software. What I've noticed, Deb, is that when it comes to smartphone reviews, or as a reviewer, I'm looking out at everybody else, and I can see what they're saying to me, and about reviews and stuff. I posted this on Twitter the other day. Like, I had some people, I posted this. I went ahead and released the first bit of footage on this phone, and immediately a whole bunch of people jumped on there and said, "Oh, I hate it." And I thought it was funny because I was like, why do people watch videos on brands or OEMs that they do not like? And I just don't get it. A lot of people say, I'm done with HTC. And they're posting this on the video, not just my video. I've seen them posted on tons of videos. They watch this HTC video, and some people say, oh my gosh, HTC is a horrible brand. I'm like, well, why are you watching the videos on it? I don't get it. Why do people watch videos on brands that they don't like? How are the speakers? What's up, Gary Brown? The speakers are actually fantastic, man. It's got dual speakers. It's got boom sound speakers. It's phenomenal sounding speakers. They're not the loudest speakers in the world, and I'll have that's probably going to be. I have to release the footage, but obviously I'm going to put it against the Axon 7. The Axon 7 is my go-to phone for sound quality because, while it's not the loudest speaker, it's definitely the best sounding set of speakers that I've ever seen on a smartphone. Yeah. Oh, man. How are those earphones? Oh, now listen. That's a good question. Shout out to Kartik R. He asked for how the earphones are that came in the box with this phone. Fantastic. So the phone has 3D audio, right? It has 4 microphones. Now, I'm telling you now on this live stream, cause I was going to wait until I released the footage on the video, but the phone has 3D audio. When you're using 3D audio, you need to plug in the headphones in order to experience the actual sound from the 3D audio. It does have 4 microphones, but let me just show you. I'll show you right now live on this video. It's fantastic. The 4 microphones are legit. So if the 3D audio is when you have it facing you. And let me see here. You go into video, and you'll see it says 3D audio down there. Let's see if we can get it. Let's just see it. Okay, there you go. See that 3D audio? Once you start to record, it's going to tell you to plug in your headphones to experience the 3D audio, and you'll get a message like this. Let's see if you can see that. Can you see it? There we go. So if you can't see that, it says, video recorded in 3D audio. Put on your earphones to enjoy the immersive sound. Now, I don't know if that's required for all, but I do know that it is required to enjoy the sound of the video because it says it right there. So, I don't know for sure if that's the only way to enjoy the 3D audio sound, but I tested it out. I recorded a video in 3D audio, and then I plugged in my headphones, and then boom, it does sound good. I got to give it up. So yeah, Deb, they are great. Really nice. Really nice. Overall, though, man, I've been really impressed with the device. It's actually pretty sweet. I got some more cases on order, and, It's good. I have the Pro Series headphones that HTC sent me when I went to that event. Um, and those headphones I've been using daily. So Grant says he didn't get that message, but it showed the 3D audio logo on the screen. You get the message after you're done recording, Grant. You won't get that message. That was a video that I had already recorded. So go ahead and record your front video with the 3D audio. After it's over, plug in your headphones. You have to click on that little logo up there. You have to click on the logo for it to tell you that. But a lot of people probably never saw that before. But I was playing around with it, at the event and stuff like that. And so I figured, I said, you gotta, I don't know if anybody knows this, but I'm gonna do a separate video on it. But I'm just telling you guys on this live stream. But the 3D audio, in order to experience it, it does have 4 microphones. This is true. It does have the 4 microphones, 2 and 2. However, for the 3D audio, you need to plug in your headphones for the device, and you'll be able to experience the 3D audio, Grant. Check it out, Grant. Keep the bottle. LaShawn is crazy, man. Yeah, man. Look, I keep cleaning cloths all over the place, man. I keep the microfiber cloths all on deck, man. Oh man, that's crazy. So a lot of people, there's always going to be, I call them cheerleaders. Every device that comes out, if a person doesn't like the brand or the OEM, Apple is known for getting hit hard for this. They start saying, "Oh, it's $800. It better do this," or "Oh, you need to do this with it." Listen, if you don't want to buy it, just keep it moving. Like, I don't understand why people waste good energy of their own by saying stuff like, "Oh man, that trash, it isn't worth it," and they don't even have it. Again, the worth of something is placed on the person who owns it. There are people who have a phone that costs $200 and they feel like it's the best phone in the world, and I'm not gonna steal their joy. Keep it moving. If that's what you like, I'm happy for you. But I don't understand why a lot of people, I'm not gonna call them trolls anymore. I'm gonna call them cheerleaders, because you're on someone else's video or you're on someone else's website and you're saying that something's bad when you don't have it. Or you have a device that you like, a device from that brand. Like, let's just use HTC. You're using an HTC device that was from 4 years ago, and then you had a bad experience with that device, and then you're done with them. And then every year you look for a new HTC device, you look for a website to pop up talking about it, and you go to that video and you start posting how bad HTC is. I don't think HTC cares, and probably the OP of that blog or video, they don't care either. I think you probably should just get on it and get on with your life, because I don't think people really care. I don't think people care. You can have an opinion, but if you're not supporting the OEM anymore, what's the purpose of you hitting the internet and then scrolling through everything just to tell the world? Because most OEMs, my watch talking, I was like, what the heck? Most OEMs don't even see you, and so for a lot of OPs that are posting, they don't see you either. So HTC is catching a lot of heat behind this phone right here. But people who are posting to me, is it worth $750? It's not worth $750. I just tell them, well, go grab it for $650 on eBay. It's the same phone, it's just the international model, and that's it. It'll work. It has LTE in the US. A lot of people, if you saw their video before today or yesterday, if you saw a video of the HTC U Ultra before yesterday, it's an international model more than likely. Yeah, and OTech just said, you can't tell a person how to spend their money. That's absolutely true. That's absolutely true. I don't know if it's faster than the Pixel. He asked about quick charge, whether it's faster than the Pixel. Because I don't monitor my phones all the time when I put them on the charger. I just put it on the charger and leave, because I don't keep my phone attached to my hip like a lot of people do. I'm down here watching TV most cases. When videos release, I'm down here like this, watching TV, or gone somewhere away from, I'm somewhere. But, I think the quick charge is fast enough for me. I don't know if I want to do a video on, how fast it charges. I don't know that You know, it charges fast. It's under an hour and 30 minutes. I can tell you that because I ran it down to 5 minutes, and then I charged it to 100. And when I came back upstairs, it was less than an hour and a half. So maybe an hour and 20, maybe 15. I don't know. But yeah, HTC may catch a little bit of heat behind this phone right here. But the fact of the matter is, there's always going to be cheerleaders. I'm going to stop calling people trolls. If you don't know what a troll looks like, it's hideous. So I won't call them trolls anymore. I'll call them cheerleaders. You know, if they want to be on the sideline cheering, fantastic. Sorry, this is off topic. What do you think about the LG G5 after Android N? It's not off topic. Just hit my channel. If you're subscribed to me, you should already know that I covered that. So hit my channel. Go check that video out. I've already done a review on that on the G5 for 7.0. But man, you know, HTC is gonna catch some heat because of the price. I think you know, a lot of people are posting this about this phone. They're saying, here's what they're doing, and I've gotten this on my videos before I could even say anything. This is what they're doing. It's not IP68 certified. It don't have waterproofing. It don't have this, and they're calling out all things that they don't even need. You don't need a waterproof phone. You don't need supercharging. You don't need all this stuff. You know, you don't need all these things, but the OEMs got you thinking that you need them. And so what happens is you're a sucker. I mean, you're not a sucker. You're willing to pay $1,000 for a Samsung product, thinking that that's the best thing for you. In all actuality, you could walk over and get a Boost LG Style 02, for example, for $50, and you got the same amount of performance. Yeah, Grant, I forgot about that, Grant, because I discussed that. I did a video on that from CES. Supercharge, yeah, Supercharge is fast. It's really fast. But yeah, man, you know, you'll weigh it out whether you think something is worth something or not. And I think O said it too. Yeah, the iPhone has water resistance, so you don't need it now. Yeah, I don't think I'm still not sold on that stuff. You know, I've done a water test before with the S7 because I just wanted to see what it was like. It's on video. It's on my channel. I've done a water test. But everybody's standards that I've come across are so high, but they don't want to pay the money. And, you know, some people, the best thing to do if you want an S8, wait until the S9 comes out. Wait until next year's. Some people, I'm not buying last year's product. I'm not buying last year's tech. This is 2017. I'm demanding that they do this for me. These OEMs don't even know who you are. They're not paying you no attention. They're going to put out what they want to put out because people are going to make LaShawn was reading my mind. They're going to make accessories for it. They have case like LifeProof and all that. you know, and you know what, Grant? You're right. Waterproofing kills the speakers. Waterproofing makes the speakers weaker. People think the iPhone speakers are just banging loud, but they're not the loudest speakers out there. They're not the best sounding either, from firsthand experience. But, you know, when you start complaining about what an OEM should do, them OEMs don't even know you. So what that it's 2017? I heard that a lot. You know, it's 2017. You know, we don't need 1080p screens. Man, who cares if it has a 1080p? If this phone would have released with a 1080p display, I probably still would have got it. Because I like the Mate 9. The Mate 9 is one of the most solid devices out. It's got a big screen, great boom sounds, great build quality. It's got great speakers. It's a solid price for phone for $599. Yeah, it's a good one. So there's a lot of reasons why some OEMs might not. This is a 64 gig here. 749 is a 64 gig, and it has boom sound. Yeah. But I do see where waterproof resistance is helpful. I've got friends. Yeah, waterproofing is helpful, but it's not. I agree, it's not necessary. You know, some of the things that Samsung, and I blame Samsung for that. Samsung has the whole world thinking that they need waterproofing on their phone. They've set the bar so high. And you know what's so funny when you think about it? Everybody's complaining about what other OEMs are not doing, and they're still spending all that money on them. They're spending $1,000 on something, and they're not willing to spend $599 on a Mate 9 or less or something like that because it don't have waterproofing. Or I'm not willing to spend that on HTC U Ultra because it don't have waterproofing. But you're willing to give $300, $400 more for something that does have waterproofing. That doesn't make any sense. Because most of those people won't even, their phone will never see water. It'll never see water. So I don't think now that I've used the HTC Ultra obviously all for a while now, and I used it at the event a month back, whenever it was. It's when I got to the event, like I said on camera, hey, I ate my words because the HTC Ultra is sweet, and I told everybody, hey man, you know, you'll see it on the channel because it's actually pretty hot. I'm gonna read these comments down here. All right, man, peace, Cliff. Yeah, it's 11:30 here. I'm about to go ahead and end this. But man, I appreciate y'all joining on for a quick stream. Curved screens, oh man. Curved screens, to me, I wouldn't call them a gimmick. I think it's a bad idea. Because it really shuts down, and this will be the last thing I talk about. I'm so glad that they don't have curved screens on this phone. Oh my gosh. You know, if they would have put a curved screen on here, it would have been really disappointing, because then that kills off accessories. It kills off accessories. Curved screens is not a gimmick. I think it's a bad idea. And, you know, I know the S8 is going to have a curved screen, but that's just Samsung's thing. I don't think anybody else should be releasing phones with curved screens, because companies that make accessories, it hurts them, because especially screen protectors. Oh my gosh, screen protectors are the worst on a curved screen. You just can't get it to stick. You can't do it. So a curved screen, it's more like a bad idea. You can't get tempered glasses for it. You know, you just can't. And you know what's so sad? My Note 7, I finally got the perfect tempered glass for it. It's curved and everything. I've showed it off. It's still upstairs. And then I didn't get a chance to use it. I was pretty perturbed about that. Man, you know, Samsung, to me, are in a league of their own. You know, everybody's talking about I'm disappointed with the Ultra because it don't have a metal back. It don't have this. There's always going to be cheerleaders. I'm not going to call them trolls. There's always going to be cheerleaders out there that's going to find everything under the sun to say bad about a phone before they even get it. This phone isn't even out yet, and they've watched all these videos from all these huge tech bloggers that said, oh, this is a bad idea. Oh, this, and this, and they run with it. I got light bleed. My screen is bleeding on the side. They take that. It just takes for one person to start saying something on the internet, like 1 to 5. It's not a lot of people. It just takes a few people online to start saying something, and the internet, the cheerleaders, follow it. They follow it, and they run with it, and then they start spreading that all over the place. The screen bleed that people are saying they're reporting on this phone, I don't even see that as a problem. I think that too boils down to a matter of preference, because I was talking to my boy. Shout out to Jeff Springer, man. I was talking to Jeff Springer last night in my Project 13 too, and you know, once you clean it up, it's beautiful. I was talking to them guys last night about screen bleed, and I told Jeff, I said, Jeff, I don't see it as a problem. I don't think that's a problem. I think that's a matter of preference. And he said, you know, HTC says it shouldn't be like that, but I don't expect them to say anything different. If you're complaining to them, or not talking about Jeff. I'm not talking about Jeff at all. Me and Jeff are cool. I'm just saying, me and him were talking about it last night. But I'm saying in general, if a customer is complaining about something, an OEM's not going to come back and say, man, shut up and deal with it. They're not gonna do it. They're gonna try to comfort you because they don't want you to give them a bad rap, you know. So, you know, screen bleed, man, I don't even see that as an issue, man. I think, to me, I'm just gonna go on record and say I think it's petty. I think it's not saying I'm not saying people who say that about their phones are petty. I'm saying the issue itself is petty and it's nitpicking, and I don't see it as a problem. We all have our own perspective. We all have our views on things. Now, if just half of my screen was turning white, that's different. But I don't see it as a problem, man. Not myself. So, man, I appreciate y'all, man. I'm about to hit the 1 hour mark in a few minutes, 50 minutes. So I'm gonna get out of here. I appreciate you guys joining in for a quick live stream. I appreciate my wife bringing me a nice stand. You want to see the stand she brought me now? It's a laptop stand. It's pretty cool. Booyah. That's sweet. Yeah. Oh, man. I feel you, Jay. People act like they're into the waterproof. Yeah, I know, man. It's crazy. This is a pretty cool stand. I really like this stand. But, man, yeah, I know that the stream has the black bars. But, again, I just grabbed the iPad. I had no intentions on doing a stream. I just was sitting here. She went upstairs. I was like, I'm chilling down here in the recliner, watching TV. I was like, let me just do a quick live stream because I apologize. I haven't done any live streams during the week. Normally I do a live stream on Monday, and then I do my podcast on Tuesday, and I do the news on Monday. But like I said, I just launched smartphoneconversations.com, so be sure to follow me. Leave this stream and head over to smartphoneconversations.com. Smartphoneconversations.com. Head over there and read all the articles I have up right now. I have about 7 or 8 articles up. I try to do an article every 1 to 3 days. My website is not going to be like the big ones like Pocket Now and all that stuff because it's just me. So I can't push out 500 articles in a month. I just can't do it. So I'm starting small. I'm starting slow. Getting my name out there. Getting my brand out there. So hopefully, I'll be able to get those review units and, hook it up for you guys. Give you the same review. And I'll try to grow my review style. I won't change it, though. I'm not going to be panning and doing a whole bunch of voiceovers. Can't do it. But, man, I appreciate the love, and I appreciate you guys, man. Remember, hit smartphoneconversations.com. It's officially mine. So I bought the domain. It's mine. I'm using it. I'm going to continue to use it. I paid for it. I've got it for some time to come. It's going to be mine. So we need to hook up. Have a good night. All right, man. You guys have a good night. I want to start focusing my attention more on smartphoneconversations.com. So you'll hear me push that brand a lot because that's where I'm headed. So I'll see you guys on the other side. For all you guys, for everybody in this stream that I talk to offline, I'll see you offline, man. I might start another Telegram group. I'll go ahead and say it. I was talking to 3 people earlier. I don't need to say who they are, but I was talking to 3 people that are we've been chatting for about 7 months now, probably together. And I might start another Telegram group, but it's definitely going to be private. So I'll see you in the next one. Take care. How do you stop this thing? Oh, finish.